Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, Ramblemania brings to you, it is I, your reigning, defending, undisputed Ramblemania heavyweight champion, Hazel the IiZombie. Twin Magic is back yet again for another episode of Raw Rantz. Jay, introduce yourself.
This is Twin Savage. We're here again. Another episode. Hype. Very proud. As you can see, I have the almighty
Yes.
Lashley.
We would like to apologize in advance. We did have a Raw Rants planned for you guys a few weeks ago, but
Yes.
corruption and errors and blue screens of death happened. So beggars can't be choosers, but we're gonna keep doing this, and we're gonna keep bringing you guys all the good shit that happened every Monday night on Raw. Basically, this is the show where we review the good, bad, basically who booked this shit of Monday Night Raw. And we had a pretty good couple weeks after, what was it? Fucking after Elimination Chamber, we had, Miz win the WWE title, making him the first ever two-time Grand Slam champion. Bobby Lashley acting like a weed dealer, telling Miz that he needs his money. Basically, he wants his belt. And we got the match the following week with antics, Miz being Mr. Satan with stomach aches, running away, but getting his ass kicked. Was that the first time ever that I know we've had lumberjack matches for the WWE Championship or the World Heavyweight title.
Yeah.
But I do believe that this is the first time ever in WWE history that the WWE Championship title changed hands in a lumberjack match.
I want to say yes. I think so as well. If we might be correct on that. I believe so though.
So yeah,
but can I just say one thing? Like this is honestly the first time the Miz has gotten his ass handed to, just like that. But and it was 2 weeks in a row, bro. Last week he finished him. This week, Miz tried to put up a little fight, but he got crushed again. Like Lashley is unstoppable right now. So
yeah,
that's all I want to say. That's all.
Well, I mean, now he's become an unstoppable force. Once we talk about what happened a few days ago, but
yeah,
we do have some news that we do want to talk about. Really big news. Really big news. You wanna start with your news first, or should I start with mine?
You start off with yours.
Okay. Well, I have a few things, but let's talk about the big one. WrestleMania is back in business, man. Woo! Tickets are now on sale for WrestleMania in Raymond James Stadium. The biggest news to ever come out in wrestling history. Finally, people might have seen the Super Bowl and saw that there were live people. People watch AEW and people saw Revolution, and we saw what happened there. And my God, besides the nonsense, the crowd there at least meant something to that show. And I do believe that it's gonna most likely come down to they're gonna do the whole stadium filled with crowd, and then the rest of them like fathead cardboards like they did in the Super Bowl, or they could do what I've been saying since the Royal Rumble: half of the arena virtual audience, and the other half live audience, along with the fathead cardboard cutouts.
Listen, any of that honestly will work. Or even just have like some people are, some like have them scattered around, and then also have the virtual people, like have them if they want to do cutouts, man.
Or anything just to get rid of the disgraceful 2K audio that they've been putting on for months now.
All right, so I guess for my news that I found out, I believe it was that NXT might be a 2-day event as WrestleMania. So I was reading an article there that somebody had posted, and Supposedly William Regal's two very important announcements tonight is that I think NXT will be going tonight. We'll be going 2 nights on WrestleMania weekend, and I believe the second one is going to be NXT Women Tag Team Titles. So those are my two announcements. I don't
Everyone
know if
is
they're solid, but that's what I heard. So I'm
everyone
just
has
letting y'all
been
know.
talking about that there could be this announcement that there is going to be NXT Women's Tag Team Championships. No, we don't need, and I'm going to say it again, we don't need any more goddamn belts in WWE. There's about maybe 100,000 right now. All right. We have too many, way too many. And it's like, you know, it bothers me that like you guys are wanting to make all these belts, but you guys are not wanting to utilize your fucking talent who are sitting and catering and talking shit about this company on Raw Talk or on Talking Smack. Did you hear Peyton Royce's shit?
Yeah.
And you know
Well,
what?
she went in like everything that she spoke of, and it was coming from the heart. Cause you can even hear it in her voice. There was like a part like when she was talking where you could hear her voice like crack, like she was about to like cry, but she held it in. Like she was very passionate, man. I agree, man. She has what it takes. Give her a shot and see what happens. That's it.
I mean, look,
Go ahead.
there's I don't watch Raw Talk. I mean, I look at clips on YouTube and I try to see like, okay, who sounds better on the mic without being told to read this, and read this, and read this on a script.
Yeah.
And I look at I when I saw Peyton Royce talk, I'm like, this is compassionate, this is real. This is something that I've never heard this woman say ever before. So I know that, they try to make her like some sort of cog in the machine and whatnot. I'm like, no, this is a real person to like just discussing her real life feelings about how she feels in this company, about how she's not being utilized, how she's not being looked at as the next big star, because it's all, give it to Charlotte, give it to Charlotte, give it to Charlotte, give it to Charlotte, give it to Becky, give it to Bayley, give it to Sasha, give it to Charlotte. It's just all about them
It's
because
all
they're
about
not,
the it's the same people all the time. That's the issue. Like you have talented females there, but yet you want to put the titles on the females that are very high up there. That people we all know about. Like we all love them at some point. We all like them at some point. But it's like yo, you gotta look to the future. Yo, these people are getting old. They're
look,
getting old, man. They're getting older. You feel me? So now you gotta stop thinking of the old way. They think old school. You feel me? Oh, you want to get old? You want to keep them making them champion. Look at even up to this year. Like what they made no last year, they made Randy Orton champion. Randy Orton is getting old. You feel me? I don't mind seeing him champion because he still got it in him. But even with the males, you gotta give other people a chance. And that's just my thing.
I mean, I'm hoping that, because again, Vince McMahon leaves right after the show's over, right after Raw's over. He's gone. He's fucking gone. Like he does. I don't think he cares for Raw Talk or for anything else that's not in his. You know, I don't think he cares for these shows, and I think that when other people look at them, it's just like this is someone that Vince McMahon should have been using a long time ago. Like
Yeah.
she has the voice to say everything that she is grieving about in this company, and again, it's like, there are certain things where it's just like, if they're not going to use her, you can't just fucking have her sit there and do nothing, because then it's like, what if she wants to go somewhere else? What if she wants to be with her husband in AEW? No,
Yeah.
we got to keep you prisoner in this company because we don't want you with your husband in that other company. We don't want you there. We want you here. So stay here, and we'll have something for you maybe in 10 years. That's sad. And that's literally what they're telling their wrestlers. It's like, oh, don't leave. We don't want you to leave. Stay here. We have something for you in 20 years. Not tomorrow, not the next day, not the
It's
very next
it
day.
it's just it's very annoying. It's very annoying, and it's sad to see a lot of wrestlers, a lot of male wrestlers, a lot of female wrestlers, like you know having to deal with that situation. Honestly,
And again, like,
there's a lot of good talent, and there's a lot of good talent in that company that they could be using, but they want to push the same old people every time.
and like again, the WWE has looked at their women's division when they were like, "Oh, give divas a chance." They looked at it as like, "Oh, this is a gold mine right here. Give divas a chance is now the opportunity for us to not look at these women as divas, but as women as equal as the men." Oh, keep giving Charlotte the belt now because fuck it. Oh, people are complaining that we need women's tag team titles. Vince McMahon in a Santa suit literally said, "Oh, we're gonna give you women's tag team championships because you guys asked for it and wants you to shut up about it." God damn it.
All right,
Okay,
so
one more thing before we get on to Raw.
what you want to say?
I wanted to talk about this for a while. We spoke about this like off camera. Even last week we spoke about it. So,
Refresh
um,
my memory.
Synergy Pro Wrestling is under a lot of hot water right now because one of their promoters is a registered sex offender and has basically, I've heard rumors that he has taken advantage of some people in this promotion, mostly the women. But I got here that he has, there's a record of him. I'm not going to mention the guy's name. He's not that. He's not going to get any sort of credit for any of this shit. But the guy literally said, it says here in this it says here in the details, registered sexually assaulted 3 male acquaintances between the ages of 6 and 10. Sexually assaulted a 12-year-old male in this time. And this guy basically promoted a wrestling company. Ooh, 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 ooh. I don't like this.
I don't know what
Last
the
year we
fuck
had the whole
that's
speaking out movement. And yay, finally, people actually got up, took a stand, and put everyone in their place in the wrestling business that have done wrong to other people.
Yeah.
And I was happy for that. I was 100% happy for it. But this right here, this takes the cake. This takes the legit cake. Like this guy literally should have just been kept in jail. He should not have done what he did, and he should not be running a fucking wrestling promotion. It's a joke for someone like that to even be alive. Okay, submitted to the approval of the Ramblemania show. This is the tale of the almighty reign of Bobby Lashley. Ladies and gentlemen, without further ado, let's get ready to rumble! We open up with the Hurt Business. Coming in, they're all dripped in gold. Bobby Lashley, the new WWE champion. He gets interviewed, talks about 16 years of being, put down this business, 16 years of, backstage politicking, 16 years of hard work and getting his body fit to become WWE champion.
Yes, sir.
I mean, it was his second ever time going after the WWE title. Last time he went after the title, he was facing Cena in 2007, the Great American Bash.
Yeah.
That was his one and only push after that.
That's true. That's crazy. Wow.
That's a long time. And you know what? Like that is a prime example of, Bobby Lashley is a prime example of someone leaving the company, taking the time away from WWE to excel. And once he excelled in TNA/Impact, he knew that there was going to be an opportunity for him to come back. Look at what they did with him in 2019. He became a 2-time Intercontinental Champion. They had him with Leo Rush. After that, he leaves Lana, which was the dumbest thing ever, and then he joins MVP.
That was his down point, the Lana situation, and then having MVP show up and talking to him every week, like giving him some words of wisdom. You feel me? Like letting him know, like, yo, bro, like you got all this potential. Like, what are you doing with her? You feel me?
He
Like you got
basically
all you
said,
got,
"Bros before hoes." That's what he
yeah,
said.
pretty much, bro. Listen, business first, bro. And that's why they are called the Hurt Business. It's business first before anything, bro. And because of that mindset, the fucking Hurt Business is on top. You feel me? Lashley, WWE champion. Shelton Benjamin. Cedric Alexander, Raw Tag Team champions. MVP. Probably is gonna go down as probably one of the greatest managers of this generation.
He's a
And
champion in his own right.
yo, for real. Yo, he brought all three of them up, bro. And look at where they're at.
Exactly. All right, so
Woo.
Bobby Lashley
Sorry.
ends his promo with "The reign of the Almighty has begun" and holds the title up. And this is the Bobby Lashley that everyone has been asking for. Like everyone has been wanting the Walking Armageddon, the Impact wrestler Bobby Lashley. They want this Lashley, and this Lashley is good. He cut a really good promo
Yeah.
on here.
By
Just
himself with no help with
yes.
nobody.
No, like nothing, no words from MVP, which was good because it's like, okay, there are some guys who were WWE champion who can't talk. I mean, yeah, Brock Lesnar, he could talk, but he just has that little kid voice. All right. You know, so we now, and this happened earlier today because a match is going to take place between the Bobby Lashley and the Miz. So the Miz comes out with John Morrison and they cut a promo. The Miz basically upset about how he lost the WWE Championship, all these opportunities, and he kept making excuses. It's like, I had a stomach ache. No, you were just doing Hercule Satan stuff because you're the WWE champion and you don't want to lose your belt. It's like, when I have a stomach ache, I want people to believe that I have a stomach ache. And I'm like, no, you just don't want to wrestle Lashley because he's gonna kick your ass.
He's like, oh, oh, that he was never injured. He never take vacation. He was like, pretty much like, he should be main eventing WrestleMania. And, they out together, man. But it's like, listen, Miz, you can say all that, but the almighty era has begun.
I mean,
And you can
look,
take
Miz,
it.
you're gonna go to WrestleMania whether you like it or not, even if it is against Bad Bunny. So, complain,
Yeah, I want
complain,
to
and
see.
complain all you want, but just know you're going to Mania, buddy.
I
You're
want
going to
to.
Mania.
I want to see like when they're gonna start that up. You feel me? Because it's like WrestleMania is maybe
5 weeks
five,
away.
6 weeks, 5, 6 weeks away.
Yep, it's like 5 weeks away now.
Look at that. So you gotta start. You already got the ball rolling on some matches, and the card is looking. The card, I'm not gonna lie, the card is looking pretty nice. The card is looking pretty okay.
All right, so The Miz takes on Bobby Lashley in a rematch for the WWE Championship. Bobby just murders him. Miz is just like running around the ring like a scared little.
Wait. Before you go to that, bro, you gotta talk about the entrance, bro. Come on,
Oh
bro.
yeah.
You gotta talk about the entrance, bro. Come on.
Bobby Lashley gets new entrance. He gets new music to go with his current music, and he gets the best. He gets the best graphic entrance ever. It just shows him spearing people, destroying people, dominating people. And all I can say to myself is, this here's what's called domination. It's a combination of strength and concentration. And holy shit, the fucking gold lightning and everything. I'm just like, this is it right here. This is how you make a fucking star.
Listen, last man, that entrance, man, everything that package, the package that they had in the beginning of his intro, the the godly music that they had, with that, like that, and then you got the lightning coming down with the,
He looked like he looked like
yeah,
Russell
yeah.
Crowe
Oh man,
from the movie Gladiator. It was just
no
so
lie, they have to make either an elite figure or an ultimate edition Bobby Lashley Hurt Business.
mm-hmm.
And this one right here, this figure right here, it has to be this one right here.
Yes. So yeah, he
Like,
had like
whoo, bro, I'm
next
saying now.
next to a few people that have like really good entrances. Bobby Lashley probably has. This is an entrance fit for a champion,
Mm-hmm.
complete with everything that like that makes Lashley look like a beast.
Yo, and gold, bro. Like, the color is like golden yellow, bro. And it fits in well. It fits right in. Like, he's the almighty CEO, chief hurt officer of the hurt business.
He is the
Let's go.
Almighty. And basically, the match starts and he just murders him. He just murders the Miz. I mean, the
Yo,
Miz gets some offense here or there, but the Miz is just like running around like he's
yes,
about
sir.
to, like he's about to get his lunch money taken from him. So yeah, hurt lock. That's it. It's over. Fucking cuts. What was it? We cut to what is it? Drew
No,
McIntyre.
so first they announced what we already announced was WrestleMania. They
Yeah,
announced that tickets will be on sale, like my twin said earlier. Yeah, then I believe we cut into Drew McIntyre, I believe.
we cut.
And go ahead. No, you go ahead.
Yeah, so we cut into him. He gets interviewed, and he's angry. Like he starts all smiles and all that stuff, but then he starts getting angry and frustrating. You know how he's gonna go after Lashley. Boom! Sheamus just comes out and just beats the shit out of him.
Yo,
And this
beats.
rivalry is not gonna end. He keeps beating him, and he starts dialoguing to him like, "I'm going to make your life miserable every single night," and you know that's where we get this whole thing. Like he goes to Adam Pearce's office and demands. Well, I think it was Shane McMahon that he was talking to, and he
No,
demands.
no, 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 no. You was right. It was Adam Pearce, but he wasn't in the office. He was in the hallways.
Oh, okay. So he
Yeah,
runs into
you
Adam
was right.
Pearce and he demands a no disqualification match between Sheamus and
Mm-hmm. He
that.
the like the let's say let's just say the way he demanded it was like, yo, like listen, you gonna give me this shit or I'm gonna fuck you up. You feel me? Like that, that's how, like, if you look at Drew McIntyre's face, bro, he was so upset and angry, bro. Like, if he was hood, no lie, that's how he would
Yeah,
have said it. They show a package of what happened between Braun Strowman and Adam Pearce, where they lost the tag team title opportunity, right? No, title shot. My bad. And yeah,
I think. I mean, it just goes without saying that this storyline is tasteless. This is the most tasteless angle I've ever seen. It's like, oh, Braun Strowman is Big Show 2.0 because Big Show did stupid things in WWE. Braun
yeah,
Strowman is doing stupid things in WWE. And
I
Shane
agree.
McMahon is calling him stupid and all this other stuff. Well, this is
Not,
what happens. Braun comes out and he
yeah,
basically just rambles, but mainly the whole purpose is he demands an apology from Shane McMahon.
yeah,
So now Shane McMahon comes out and they're staring at each other. They're just staring there. And then he grabs the mic and he just says, "I apologize." And then leaves.
what?
Doesn't leave the arena, doesn't leave to go home. He just leaves Braun in the middle of the ring, dumbfounded, like, really? That's it? And that's what I was telling myself. Like when I'm at work and I have to listen to this shit, sometimes I wish I could just go and just whip out the phone for certain segments like
Well,
that just to see what the outcome was. Because
well,
sometimes I
well,
had to feel like there was more than that.
yeah, nah, he wanted to say something else. He wanted to tell him something else, but then he didn't. He just kept on walking. Then we get the no disqualification next, but
We even
before
go
that,
we
I
even go
think before that the
backstage.
late yeah we was
Sorry.
backstage. I think the lady who she was talking to though.
We go backstage and we see Shane McMahon
Yeah,
again.
yeah. And she asked him the whatever her name is. She asked him, oh, like did you have something to say to Braun Strowman? I believe he said yes,
He said
and then
yeah, but that's when he said, "Oh, but later on tonight." And then he leaves.
yeah.
So
And then we
then
went then we went into Drew and Sheamus, the no disqualification match. When Sheamus was coming out, Drew just came out and just fucking
see, I like shit. I love shit like that in
the
wrestling. Like
two.
sometimes, yeah, it's always cool to see the entrances, especially ones that have
Of course.
pyro and all that stuff.
Oh
But
yeah, of course. Hell yeah.
sometimes you just need to just get straight to the point
You
and
need
just,
this. You need this right here. You need two big dudes like these guys, two hard hitting dudes. Cause these guys,
bro,
these guys,
this match.
yo, yo,
Did you see their backs?
yeah.
This was
That's what
real.
I'm
This
saying.
was real. I was
Both of
scared.
their backs.
Like, yeah,
Both of their
this
backs.
is
Not only one.
both of
Both.
them. Both of them.
Both.
All red, all marked, all welted. Like, yeah, this is literally 20 years of friendship coming to blows right now. And they're literally telling
This is
themselves in the back, we're gonna go real. We're gonna literally hit each other for real. And
yo,
like,
look, you see, and this is my thing, right? Like you see big guys like Drew, Sheamus, hard hitting guys, that's hard hitting, they should fight like that, right? Then you have like the high fly, let them wrestle like high flyers. You feel me? But no, you want high flyers to wrestle like what like showmans, sometimes like bruisers, like nah, let them be what they're good at. These two guys are straight brawlers. That's what they are.
yeah,
And they
but
showed it last night too. Like I ain't gonna lie, after that disappointing Revolution ending, right? Like the way it ended, and then us having this match the night the next night after, honestly, this match was crazy. Like this match delivered. Like I'm not gonna say like it was better the than the barbed wire death match, which it wasn't. But this was a good decision by WWE to have these two guys like really like go at it, and they're not afraid. These two guys are not afraid to like really hit each other. Like so, it was a great match. It was very hard hitting. For me, I enjoyed every single bit of it. I'm like you on it. I love stuff like this. I definitely enjoyed how it started. Because Sheamus did attack him backstage, so it would make sense for Drew, to attack Sheamus in his entrance. Like it will make perfect sense. It just happened literally a few minutes ago. So
this match was a good old classic medieval times match. All right.
classic.
Yes. And I mean, like at the very end, when they have the steel fucking steps in their
Oh
faces.
yeah,
That's why I thought of medieval times. I'm like, they're gonna joust each other, and
yeah,
I'm like, what the? And then it ended in a draw. I'm like, you know what? I'm good with that because these guys, like, we're gonna get this at Fastlane.
yeah.
This is going to end at Fastlane, and I hope they do something good for this. Like, make this a steel cage. Make this feud end in a good
I'm gonna be
way.
supposedly I heard it's supposed to be a force count anywhere match. So that's kind of good as well. Because remember, they both got counted out in this match.
Um,
I would like in a cage match. I would, but it's also good to see them just fight anywhere, bro. Let them go outside,
I
bro.
mean, yeah, it is good. I mean, hopefully this leads somewhere and shit.
Yeah, it was
Cause
good though. It was a good match. The ending was good for both of them. They're both two big strong boys. So it was a cool ending. I know a lot of people don't like count outs and disqualification, but for this match
it needed to
particularly,
end that way.
yeah, yeah,
It really needed
definitely.
to.
All right, so right, they had the package with Alexa Bliss and Randy Orton, and then you had Randy Orton. Well, you had AJ Styles come out and talk about how you got all these people, whatever, and then Randy Orton, he's being haunted by Alexa Bliss and the Fiend. He was like, oh, he's not focused or whatever, and then Randy Orton challenged him to a match, to show him how weak he really was. And then AJ Styles told them, he's like, you don't need more problems unless you want a bigger problem. And then almost,
Yeah,
almost as a big guy he is.
wasn't there did they hire a new guy?
Yeah,
He
but
sucks.
yeah, actually, yeah.
He
Yeah, you
fucking
told me that
sucks.
earlier too.
He
I don't know
sucks.
his name, but yeah,
Something
there is a
Kevin.
new guy.
Kevin something. Kevin whatever. This is good thing your name doesn't rhyme with done. Like, look, when they bring in new people that I don't know, I'm
Yeah,
literally just gonna shit on them because I don't know you. You suck.
yeah.
You're
You just gotta,
garbage. You're wasting
you
my
gotta.
time. Why are you on my television set?
I feel you. I
Where's
looked
Charlie
him up.
Caruso?
She's doing ESPN, I think.
Fuck. You do way more than what these fucking people are doing right now. For that, just bring back Lillian Garcia. I don't. I it's a joke thing, plainly. This is like because I don't know the fucking guy. I just say he sucks because I don't know who you are. And to
Not for
me,
you.
you're just a nobody until a year shows up. It's the whole thing with Vic Joseph. It was like, who the fuck was this commentator thinking that he's hot shit when I knew he was really good than everyone else? It's just I didn't know the guy. I don't know these people. And the fact that they brought this random dude from out of nowhere and they just said, "Oh, it's okay. Let's just do this."
But if you look up you look up his name and look up what he's done, he's not bad, bro. He's
No,
not
he's
bad.
not. He's really not.
You
It's
just we
just
just I get it. You don't know who he is. You don't know where he came from. So it's like whoa. It's like okay, how you gonna bring this random guy that we don't really know much about, and just put him on TV? So I get it.
so Xavier Woods has his one-on-one match against Shelton Benjamin. These guys in their Mortal Kombat gear.
Fire,
Yep. Scorpion was
Kofi.
Kofi Kingston and Sub-Zero was Xavier Woods. It was cool. I like the I mean, I know the new Mortal Kombat movies coming out and they did the dragon unicorn thing on their stuff, which was really
Yeah,
cool. Um
they're creative. They very them guys, man. They're very creative, man. It's always a pleasure to see when they come out with a new attire. It's dope.
it was a good match, but you know what? I I'm I don't want to see this. We saw this already. I don't want to see it again. We saw it
Yeah,
too many times. I don't want to see it anymore. Either do something different with this tag team division or don't have nothing for the Hurt Business at all. Not that I don't want anything for them. Like
yeah,
I would want them to do a lot more for this company. It's just Raw, you need more tag teams. You don't
yeah.
have any.
You
You
don't have.
basically you gave them all to SmackDown. Who you have? You just have the Hurt Business. You have Lucha House Party,
You got rid of
New
AOP
Day.
for no apparent reason.
You have Retribution, who they've already beaten. Like that was their very first. That was the Hurt Business very first angle,
Yeah,
and they beat them.
they beat
Uh,
the whooped ass.
there's no tag teams. I'm just realizing that there's no tag teams, and I get it. You want to switch it up a little bit, but at the same time, it's just like I don't. It's been months. Well, I like what we had last time they faced each other was what October, November. When did they win the titles from the New Day? November, right?
I want to say so. Yeah,
All right. So look, it's just there. We need new teams. I don't care if you put these guys in one-on-one competition. The fact of the matter is you need new teams. I don't want to see this again. We know the outcome. We know what's going to happen. Her Business is going to win, and most likely the New Day is going to win at Mania. And I don't want that.
I mean none of us really want that, to be honest.
I really don't want that. Thank you. I don't want that. It's not that, and it's not that I don't hate the New Day. It's just this roster needs new teams. We need to freshen up the tag team division. I mean, you got grizzled young veterans in Orlando. Why not have them show up? You got.
Yeah, they're beast.
I mean, hell. Keith Lee's might be coming back soon. I got an idea. How about you get someone like Bronson Reed? You put him with Keith Lee. You got two beefy dudes now that could beat a tag team and could beat up all the other tag teams. For everyone who thought that they were going to get an Edge and Christian reunion, no.
Yeah. So
if you think that Jeff Hardy,
before we move on,
hold on, if you think that Jeff Hardy is actually going to end up in another tag team, you can forget about that. If you think for one second that Sami Zayn from out of nowhere is going to turn heel, and all of a sudden him and Kevin Owens are friends again, now they're tag team partners. No. Get more teams. Do something with this division because it's going to shit.
It's going to poopy land. So I was just reading about the William Regal stuff. So it's supposedly saying that the NXT might go on 2 nights because they're trying to do. It says they will air the first night on April 8th. Their projected final Wednesday before moving to Tuesday, and the second night of NXT Takeover will be on April 9th.
I mean, again, we'll just have to wait and see what happens there.
But also they said that NHL, I guess that's the hockey league, right?
Yes.
Like supposedly it was bought by somebody else, so the NXT might not have to move from Wednesday nights. So yeah, we just got to see. But that's what I was just reading about. Sorry if you want to say that. But yeah, what's next? What's next on the card?
So we go backstage. We see Matt Riddle getting interviewed. He's about to have a match with Slapnuts later.
Yes.
And, Matt Riddle being Matt Riddle, smoking this before showtime. Scooter on him. And he's like, I don't know where to park it, bro. I mean, I parked it here, got a ticket. I parked it over there, almost got robbed. And if I leave it here, Vince McMahon might just eat it. And then the New Day come on, then they start talking, and then Matt Riddle's like, hey, hold my scooter. My match is up next. And these two idiots are marking out over a Razor scooter like they're ready to do like some X Games tricks with it and shit.
Listen, when you gotta sell something, boy, you gotta sell it, bro. And you do what you do, bro. Them boys are having fun.
First off, Matt Riddle in a scooter is the most weirdest thing ever. My thing is, why doesn't he just roll out with that shit? Like, you could do that.
That'd be dope, yo, for real.
Like, dope, I don't understand why you just don't utilize that. Like, so
Vince doesn't want to see it.
No, Vince just doesn't like fun in his company anymore. Everything is just all corporate. See, NXT is fun. Main roster is no fun.
No fun main roster.
Yeah, they're the no fun zone. Basically, the main roster is the British tag team version of the Anti-Fun Police.
I remember them from Defiant Wrestling.
Yes.
Shout out to them, man. I know they don't exist no more, but
what'd you think of this match between Slapnuts and Riddle?
I'll be honest. I didn't really care. I'll be honest.
Me neither.
I'm more interested to see Ali versus Riddle. Not really, Slapjack and Riddle. So I mean the match was okay. It was alright. But it's like always, Retribution lose. Riddle wins.
And as always, if you're Retribution, if you lose, you get yelled at by your master.
Hell yeah, pretty much.
It's like, what does he have to do? What does Ali have to do to get this team back on the right track? Does he have?
I mean, it's not much he can do, bro. It's the higher ups, bro.
No, I'm just saying in kayfabe why, because this is what the commentators are saying. It's like, what does Ali have to do to get this team on the right track? It's like, I have an idea. How about you fucking have them beat everybody? Just plain and simple. Just have them win. It's sad that like, you know, when they made Ali the leader, when they made this whole reveal that he was the leader of Retribution, and they made this whole thing full circle that, oh, he was the hacker and I'm the reason why, you know, Dolph Ziggler and blah 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 and Sonya were in cahoots with each other the whole time with trying to break up Mandy and Otis. Like, no, like I get it. Everything came full circle because they wanted to bring back the hacker gimmick. But ever since Ali brought that up, he hasn't really been doing anything hackerly. Every time he loses, they cut a promo and they say, oh, all I need is a computer. All I need is this computer. All I need is this cell phone. All I need is this camera that I have right here and that computer. All I need is all of that, and I could shut it down. And you haven't shut anything down.
They've been getting shut down.
You guys have been getting shut down. You guys have been getting rebooted. Y'all get the blue screen of death every time you lose. And you know what that makes y'all? Garbage Dell computers. Okay? You guys are horrible. If Ali has to be the Mac computer to tell all you PC fucks how to do something right, then goddamn it, so he will fucking do it. That's why he's getting the US Championship match and not Slap Nuts and not Teabag and not Mace or whatever the fuck.
I can't with you. All right, so what we got next in the card? Okay, right. So we got, I think we have a Braun Strowman package, right?
It's not even just a package. We cut back to
earlier.
We cut back to this bullshit again. And this is where everything just goes to shit. I don't know if this
was weird.
It was like, not only was it weird, but it was just like, I don't understand what Shane is doing sometimes, even at his fucking age.
Making his death wish.
So Braun comes out, waits for Shane. Shane comes out, he wants to say something, gets into the ring. All of a sudden his mic's not working. Yes, it is, because we can fucking hear you breathing on it. Man, Lolly.
But then you find it weird that when he was like on the ramp, like he was just quiet, like
he was the thing was he was forgetting his lines. He forgot his lines. That's what it was. Like that was what that was why he was breathing so hard. That was why he was walking back and forth. He was doing what any other heel like wrestler would do, and that's like stall. He was stalling, but at the same time, he was flubbering his lines and he forgot what he was supposed to say. And that's why he kept breathing so fucking hard. I'm like,
you remember when Christian said that? Like he was so nervous, he forgot his line. And then when he went backstage and Vince was like, oh, great job. He's like, you kidding me? He's like, I forgot my line.
Like,
he was like, yeah, but you're heel. He's like, you can forget your line. He's like, it sucks to be a babyface.
But if there's something that I've learned from Vince McMahon, I've learned this from watching these Raw anniversaries on DVDs. And he said this, and it was so weird. It was on the very first show of Raw, and he tripped on the steel steps. He tripped on them, but in the interview, he said, oh, I tripped on the steel steps. And when it's live, you got to cover it. It was like, you know what? I meant to do that. I meant to trip on those stairs because it's live television. You don't know what to expect on live television,
Yeah.
And again, when we look at this now and we talk about how weird and how uncomfortable it was making us and how awkward it made Shane McMahon look, how dumb it made Braun Strowman look throughout the whole thing.
Yep.
Because it's like, here we have a man who sweats so much than his father. Like, I don't understand. Why does Shane sweat so much? Why do you sweat? You sweat more than everyone in the main roster. All right, so he's basically he's stalling. He's playing the whole like, I'm not the one calling you stupid. Everyone in the back is calling you stupid.
You gotta see,
bro.
Yo, bro. When he said that, Yo, when he said that, I was like, no, he did. He said, "Bruh."
I'm like, hello,
Yo,
Bubba Ray Dudley and Matt Morgan.
I remember that. I remember that. Oh my god, yo, but it was, and it was just so funny. The Braun starts chasing him. Next thing you know, we see, because I was thinking the same thing. I'm not gonna lie. I was thinking Shane got in the car
I
and
didn't
booked
think
it.
that. I didn't think that. All I
Now
thought was Shane ran, and then there was this weird cut that came out of nowhere. This is how you know WWE's production is so horrible. Braun didn't even like fucking leave the stage yet, and then all of a sudden there's this weird cut after Shane McMahon is gone, and here's Braun in the same area where Shane McMahon was. I'm just like, that is the stupidest decision. That was the worst edit that they could ever do. And I'm not an editor. We're not editors. And we know when we see bad production, we call out that shit. So
it was crazy. I mean, like, and then not even that, you know, once the car left, you feel me? Like I said, I thought he left. So, you know, but then we waited there, you know, nobody was there, you know, we see Braun Strowman leaving. Next thing you know, Shane comes out and it's like,
that was dumb. Like, they didn't even give time for Braun to just like disappear from the arena.
He did. He was
no, because then Shane popped up and you could still see Braun walking. I'm like, yo, you could have at least like, you know, turned the camera the other way in a very slow angle and then show Shane right there.
I'm trying to see right now.
Like that I don't know, man. Like I get that.
Okay, yeah, you're right, yeah. He was already past the.
He was already about to like. He didn't even get out through the doors, and then Shane just pops up.
Yeah, he was he was almost to a point where you couldn't see him, but you still seen him. Like I get what you mean. But like how he played them though, it was funny as fuck though.
I mean,
like, it was funny. He just proved his fact. He just proved like, you know, like, yo, you're dumb, bro. Like, you're really dumb as fuck.
Well, it basically, Vince McMahon just proved something to everyone. He can make giants this dumb.
He can make powerful monster beasts make them look dumb as shit, and you know, and disappoint everybody. Because somebody like Braun, honestly, should be main eventing. You know, he's very powerful. You know, he still got to work on some things, but Braun Strowman should be in the main event.
Speaking of the stupidity that just transpired, we have more stupidity along the way because Naomi and Lana are facing off against Nia Jax and Shayna Baszler for the WWE Women's Tag Team Championships.
And I told you,
but there's a twist. There's a twist. And this is why I will not take time out of my day to watch SmackDown, because SmackDown is garbage. SmackDown is only known for the garbage bullshit, for the garbage nonsense, and for the garbage crap that they like to put on every Friday. So the sommelier is fired and then gets slapped by Sasha Banks. I'm sorry, but last time I checked, this was originally supposed to be Enzo Amore's angle with Nia Jax.
Yeah, I didn't even think about that. That is so true.
Because out of nowhere, I don't know what it is, but I think Nia Jax has an obsession for short guys or guys that are just not taller than her. Because all of a sudden, the minute that she says, he's kind of cute. Oh, there's an angle to be made here. They did it. They tried to do it with Enzo, but then we know what happened with the whole thing. The false accusations with the whole shit, and then getting fired and the suspension and whatever, then didn't work out. Now, since we have this guy that, you know, got fired and then got slapped and then just got embarrassed by most of the SmackDown Women's division, decides to come along to the Raw Women's division with Nia Jax and Shayna Baszler.
I mean, he didn't decide. It's fucking Shayna. I mean, Nia brought him.
Actually, the company decided to just bring him to Raw because they need something for Nia Jax. If she's not injuring anyone, they just need to put her in some sort of love interest. If they try to do it with Garza, then it wasn't going to work.
She needs a love interest, my brother.
And you
she
know
needs
what?
to be loved, bro. Big girls need love too, Craig. Big girls need love too, Craig.
I know, but I know. But if it comes down to this man, which might I say, this guy is an amazing athletic worker. He's really good.
Backflips, anything, bro.
But I'm just not digging this whole character. I'm really not.
Yeah, I don't care for the sommelier, but he's very talented.
Like, that sommelier thing sounds so offensive. Like, how much shit can you get away with that? All right, so the match takes place, and I just didn't give a fuck.
Yeah, I didn't really care.
All it was just that the sommelier interfered, and they won. They retained the belts, and it's all that matters. So
it was an okay showing from Naomi and Lana, but it was, once you seen the sommelier come out, you already knew it was gonna be some fuckery or whatever. It was an okay match. I didn't care for it like you. I knew they weren't gonna win. I said it. Yeah, that's pretty much it. What was next? Was the next main event?
No. So we cut backstage, and now we have another women's segment with Mandy Rose and Dana Brooke. So they talk about how they all want a shot at Asuka, and then look who shows up out of nowhere, just to come in and bury them. It's like, you guys want
Charlotte.
You guys want a shot at the title? Well, guess what? You got 5 weeks to prove that you want a shot, because just know I'm demanding my title shot right now. It's like, you're all bark but no bite.
Yo, that's so true, yo.
This is a prime example of why WWE does not give a fuck about their women's division. You're letting your one and only top female wrestler in the company bury all the other women in this fucking promo. That's savage. That's way too savage.
That's more savage than my name.
All right, so we have this main event, and the main event was just overall. I like these two wrestling. These two have really good chemistry. There's a lot of good psychology between these two, and we're almost getting involved. It's just like it's really looking good for him. And then the fucking ending came,
which was crazy. I want to say it's like how it's been happening for Randy. Alexa Bliss with the mind games. Because eventually, we all know the Fiend's gonna come. Because what I feel is gonna happen. I feel like Randy Orton's gonna get sick and tired of Alexa Bliss. He's gonna try to hurt her, and that's when the Fiend's gonna come back. And
why do I have this feeling that with Randy Orton like puking out all this black goo, and why do I have that feeling that the Fiend is a symbiote? That's what I'm getting. I feel like this is like I feel like the Fiend is going to be a symbiote. He's going to do something Venom-like and make Randy Orton a host just to build up for Mania, and have him do some crazy shit like set something else on fire or fucking RKO like a good amount of fucking people and shit. All I know is this. The more I see him like puke out this black gunk that he keeps putting in his mouth before like they show, like right when they show the fucking promo packages and shit, I feel like this is what it's leading to. Like this is getting like, this is trying to become like on some Spider-Man shit. And if this is what this comes down to, then you know what? I'm fine with that. They just need to come up with the special effects to take the symbiote and then transform into the Fiend. So you need to put out that money if you want to do this. If you want to do these crazy effects for Mania, you better put out that money.
Imagine that, everything like.
I can see it right now. Randy Orton in a Firefly Funhouse match, but he is just in a dark room. And the start of the match, it's just him puking out all that black gunk and slime and shit. And then
And
that
then
black
forms.
slime just like transforms into the newer version of the Fiend with a new mask and everything. It's like, I've been
It'll be
controlling
sick.
you this whole time. I have been manipulating you. I have been making you puke. He's gonna puke. He's gonna puke. God damn it, he's gonna puke. Like
Yeah.
that's the theory that I'm just throwing out there. The Fiend might be a
Listen,
symbiote to the WWE universe.
listen, whatever it is, the Fiend is just not human, bro.
Yes,
He's just not human, but he's one
but
of a
yeah,
kind.
he's puking the black gunk. Phenomenal forearm. 1, 2, 3. Match is over.
Game over.
It all ends with the show ends with Alexa Bliss's maniacal evil laughter.
And I'm saying this now for her mask is coming. Every time they show like the little face, like you can see like the mask here, you see this part, you see this part of the mouth. Like her mask is coming, man. I'm telling y'all. Yeah, stay tuned for that, man. That's gonna be exciting. Like, and that's another thing. Like, I wouldn't be upset if Alexa Bliss won the title again, but as like as this character as she is now.
Oh, there was one more thing that we forgot to bring up, and this was before the whole
What?
shit between Braun and Shane. So R-Truth is
Oh
out
yeah,
of, out of nowhere because every time they're plugging something with Bad Bunny, like they plug the Grammys. Every time they're plugging something with Bad Bunny, here comes R-Truth trying to think of some crazy shit.
yeah. You want to get they
R-Truth
back?
goes to Braun Strowman, basically, Space Jam references, Monstars, and all that other stuff. And he writes Braun Strowman a letter and apologizing for everything that he's done. And one of them was, I apologize for ruining Hornswoggle's wedding. And I needed to remember the reference that he ruined Drake Maverick's wedding, and he kept calling him Hornswoggle. That's how like I totally did. I don't care for the
Yeah,
24. Like, I now care for the title now because Bad Bunny's holding it and
Bad Bunny.
he's having a good lengthy reign with it. He's gonna become the longest reigning 24/7 champion in history, holding it
Bad
for
Bunny.
this long.
Bad Bunny.
So yeah,
It's good.
this Raw was this Raw was a Raw. It was just Raw.
Yeah. I would agree as well. It had its moments like the Drew McIntyre Shane's match was great.
That was the match of the night, guaranteed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Then you had Lashley, you had a little segment with Shane, which was a little weird, but the ending of that segment I thought was funny as hell. You just played them. So yeah, I'll say it's Raw. It was okay.
What would you grade it?
Um, so what? How we do the thing again?
We just do it by letter. When we do the pay per view
Oh,
recaps,
okay.
we have our personal ratings and shit.
I want to
Like the
give it
who
a.
booked. Go ahead. Go ahead.
I want to give it. I'll give it a C, like maybe a C plus. Like it wasn't bad, but it wasn't like great neither.
Well, I mean, if all honesty, can I when I say this Raw was a Raw, I mean this Raw was just Raw. Like it went Raw on us, like literally, like no lube, nothing. They just
Oh my
expect the
god.
unexpected when you watch a 3-hour Raw. Okay, you don't know if you're gonna come in with a lethal weapon or a fucking blanket that you made out of the noose and all that shit because you don't
Yeah.
know. You don't know what you're up against. All right. Everything that they did with Bobby Lashley, thank you. Fucking thank you. This is
About
how
time.
it's not even about time. It's just this is how you make a champion. This is how you really make a WWE champion. Not just, Drew McIntyre has a sword and he just stabs it in the butt of the stage and then pyro. No, no, it should be the other way around. It should be Drew coming out, pulling the sword out of the butt of the stage,
Yeah.
pyro, and then walking with the sword. That was stupid. What they did with Lashley, this is way better. way better.
Yeah, nah,
Lashley looks like a Greek god.
yo, no lie, he
And
does.
that entrance was 100% proof that they're making him this big thing. Not the
Listen,
next big thing, not like Brock Lesnar. Hold on, let me finish. Uh Drew versus Sheamus, match of the night indeed. This is how you book a match, this is how you book a rivalry, and this is how you book a finish. No one needed to lose this. No
yeah,
one
keep
needed
them
to
looking
no
strong.
these two need to be protected. Like I get it. After Fastlane, what's gonna happen with Sheamus? I don't know, but I hope I don't see him in the armbar, the Andre the Giant Battle Royal shit.
Yeah.
I don't want to see him in that. I don't want to see him in that. All right. I want
Yeah,
him to do something at Mania. I don't care if it's a ladder match for the US title. Do something. All right.
yeah.
The women, they need help. They seriously need fucking help. They desperately need the help. I don't know who needs the help more, the women on the main roster or the women in AEW. I don't know who needs the help more. But as far as I'm concerned, this division is in trouble. And
Yeah, they need to.
if they, I swear to God, if they fucking do what this rumor says they're gonna do, I am going to shit on it until it is discontinued because we don't need no more championships.
What about if it does good though?
I don't care if it does good. The fact of the
I
matter
get
is
that.
we
I
don't
get that.
need any more belts. WWE is almost at the point where they're almost what, 20 belts? They don't need
Yeah,
that
bro.
any. No, they don't need any of those.
Yeah,
It's
bro. Cause
better.
then
It's
you got
bad
one person go
enough.
follow them.
It's bad enough that this company, this fucking blood money company wants to charge people basically their rent money for these limited edition championships that they're putting online. Austin, Taker, Razor Ramon, Macho Man, they want to charge you your fucking New York rent money. The fuck out of here. Look,
Yeah, I won't be getting
everything,
them.
Matt Riddle, funny as fuck. New Day, keep it going with the outfits. I think that's what you're best known for as. I love the Mortal Kombat stuff. Ali, please, 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 please have a match with Riddle at Fastlane. Make this rivalry continue going. They need to push you to make you this big leader of Retribution. And I think after
Yeah,
he gets a big win, maybe Retribution could start getting big wins after that. Who fucking knows?
yeah.
Randy Orton, keep doing what you're doing. It just makes me happy that I know that you're not the Eddie Brock in this situation.
Eddie.
All right. Overall, I mean, you give this show what is it, a regular C or a C plus?
I gave it a C plus.
All right. So I'm gonna basically, yeah, I'm gonna do the same thing. It was a C plus show. I mean, the whole thing with Braun and Shane, oh, and the new announcer. Welcome to WWE. You will get shit on for the rest of your life until you do good. Yeah, I'm gonna leave it a C plus also. I mean, overall, like both of our grades combined, it just gets a big old C plus.
C. Yeah, C
You
plus.
know,
Yeah, pretty much.
again, there's moments in this show that we can at least enjoy for what it's worth, and then there are other moments that we just can't fucking stand. You know,
Yeah, it was.
again, it's like it's pick your poison. It's it's the syringe or it's the noose. Do you want to shoot it or do you want to hang it up? All right, it's one of those. It's gonna come down to the point where like something good is gonna come out of this, and if
Yeah,
something good comes out of this, like what we just saw at the very beginning with Lashley, and then the very first hour was good. The second
yeah.
hour, it was
It was
somewhere,
like,
and then the third hour just got weird. And that's the
yeah.
thing, when it gets weird, you know, after the third hour, it just gets weird. It
When it
doesn't make
gets
any
weird, it
sense to
gets
me.
boring.
And
When
that
it gets
too.
when it get when it gets weird, it gets boring, and then people lose focus. People don't want to pay attention to it. Like people want to change channel. Like you gotta keep it interesting. WWE, gotta keep it interesting. You gotta keep us like wanting to see it. Like
And the thing is that there's more segments on Raw than there are matches. There was a total of what, maybe 5 matches today on Raw?
yeah,
Bro, I can watch AEW Dark and there's like 17 matches.
Yeah, AW Dark we have a lot of matches. I like that. I like watching like.
But that's another thing. Like I don't mind watching AEW Dark, but if you're gonna do this Mania card with matches that are under like what 5 to 8 minutes, then there's a
Yeah,
problem there. There is a huge problem. I know you want to build up this talent that you're bringing in, and you want to utilize them on this platform and on this network. But now we have this
yeah.
new thing called Elevation, Dark Elevation coming up. So now we're gonna elevate the darkness and bring it to light, right?
I think they're gonna bring AEW Dark like NXT.
Well, I'm hoping that this goes somewhere.
Yeah,
Um, Final
me too.
question before we go. I
Yeah,
mean, before I do all the plugins, because we still have some time left. It hasn't stopped. I'm surprised. Your thoughts on Kota Ibushi becoming the very first ever IWGP World Heavyweight Champion, and your thoughts on how the new belt's gonna look.
I haven't seen how the new belt's gonna look. Have
Well,
you
they
seen it?
haven't unveiled it yet. I just want your opinion on what you think the belt's gonna look like.
Uh, Honestly, bro, I have no clue. I feel like the centerpiece might be big. Like I think it's gonna be like a big belt, honestly. Like it's gonna have like a mixture of the IC title and the heavyweight title. But to say how I think it's gonna look, I have no idea because they make some of the best belts, So it's just gonna be interesting to see how the title looks. Congratulations to Kota Ibushi, on being the IWGP
He's the very he
World.
as of the announcement that they had.
Yeah,
He is now the very first ever IWGP World Heavyweight
wait,
Champion.
champion. Okay, all right. That's
Mhm.
dope. I think that's dope, man. Congratulations to him. I know he's been chasing that title for a while. He's been chasing the championship for a while, like pretty much all his career. And yeah, it's very good that he has this accolade that nobody can take away. He's the first world heavyweight champion
Yeah.
of New Japan.
I mean, I would like to see how they're gonna, make this belt. I don't know when it's going. I don't know when it's most likely gonna be debuted. I thought that they were gonna debut it after his match with Desperado, but I don't even know
And
if that match
so
even happened.
I know it did happen because
Oh, it did.
I seen it. I seen pictures on IG. I think, and he won. So,
Okay,
but
so
I didn't see nothing about a championship though
so
yet.
I'm hoping maybe after the New Japan Cup or whatever fucking tournament they're doing. I don't know if they're
Yeah.
gonna do Dominion anytime soon. I mean, I hope they do. I hope they bring that back. Um, but yeah, I would like to see the belt mean something. I don't care if it has to be a white strap. If it is a white strap, that's fine. Just to keep the
Yeah.
Intercontinental Championship like heritage on there, just to make it feel like the strong belt, but then have the plates make it feel like the main belt, the work belt, the belt that everyone wants to fight for.
Yeah.
There was two ways that they described the championships. The Intercontinental was the strongest, and the heavyweight was the very best. You want to be the best and the strongest, right? Why not combine the two? And I'm not saying like take half of the IWGP Heavyweight Championship and the other half of the Intercontinental Championship and just mash it together like yin and yang. No, because that wouldn't make any sense. Okay? This
Yeah.
belt has to mean something, and it has to mean something to this company and to the man who is holding it that is calling himself God.
Listen, I think Cody Bushi is gonna hold that belt for a while because, as we know, Okada is dealing with an injury, so we know he's not gonna be champion for a while. So you're gonna need somebody to hold that title, and I feel like that person to hold that title is gonna be Kota Bushi. I feel like he's gonna have it for a little while.
Normally, again, I would tell Tevin where to tell Ramblemaniacs where to find us, but now I have to do it. So, yeah, find us on all of our audio podcasts on iTunes, Spotify, SoundCloud. We have the link tree on the Instagram. You can find us on all of our other audio platforms and whatever we have provided for you here. YouTube.com/Ramblemania Show. Instagram, Ramblemania Show. Our Twitter, Ramblemania. You Facebook.com/Ramblemania show. Also, you can find
Sir,
Twin. Let them know where to find you at.
you can find me on IG on Savage with two A's in the beginning, Pro Wrestle Podcast. I think I will be changing the name to that pretty soon because I don't have I don't have my own podcast yet. So I might change the name until I get that settled with, just do my own thing. I'll still be a part of this, but I'll have my own thing on the side. Um yeah, so yeah, that's all I have for now. The Twitch, it's almost done, literally like 90% almost done. So the Twitch, we will have that real soon for you guys as well. And yeah, that's pretty much it, man.
You
You
can
tell them where to
find
find you
me
at.
on iZombies, IiZombie, I'm gonna save every little piece of energy that I have left because we have to come back later on to talk about fucking this goddamn horse shit.
We're gonna talk about revolution.
For
The
the Savage
revolution.
J, for Jay Savage, I am Hazel the IiZombie. We are Twin Magic. We would like to wish you all a point and goodies. A too sweet.
Goodbye and good night. Bang.
No, it's a good day.
Oh, good day. Well,
Yes,
yeah,
and
well,
a
good
good day
day
to you
still.
all.
Good day, all. Fireworks.